It's me, Mushkan Wally, and today I'm here for taking an interview of Kimberly. So let's first of all welcome her. Thank you so much, Kimberly, for joining us today as an human, as an augmented human, and as a as a citizen of planet Earth. Thank you so much for joining. First of all, please give your introduction.
Yeah, Kimberly Wiefling here. I live in Silicon Valley, California. I grew up wanting to be a scientist. I worked in engineering for many years and worked at HP, worked at a whole bunch of startups, and now I have my own business facilitating workshop learning labs and also doing some coaching and consulting. I am focusing more and more on corporate sustainability, helping to positively transform the corporations of our world to create a truly sustainable planet Earth and make it more profitable to do so. So that's what I'm focused on right now.
Thank you so much for sharing with me. I'm really happy to interview you today. And my first question with you is that what does being an AI augmented human mean to you?
It means that I'm going to use the tools available. I'm going to use the tools available to help me be efficient and effective. If many years ago when I was learning math, it was forbidden to use a calculator. It was called cheating. But I think that's just using a tool. So I'm really happy to be using the latest and greatest in AI augmented leadership to help me become more self aware, help me interact with other people more effectively, help me deal with some of the team dynamics more effectively, understanding the cross organizational challenges. People from different departments and different regions have different ways of interacting, and then crossing those boundaries for global cultural differences. It's really hard for one person to know all of that stuff. But if you can ask your little AI coach in your pocket questions real time, or if your little mood ring alerts you that, hey, it sounds like you're having a stressful conversation based on your heart rate, maybe we could stop doing those crazy things and we could be more effective in leading at the highest and best version of who we are as a leader. It's inevitable. It's like having a phone, right? 100 years ago, people didn't have phones. Now we all have phones. And the internet. So it's a tool, and it's a tool that we should use so that we can be more effective at being the best version of ourselves as a leader.
Thank you so much for sharing with me. I'm really impressed by you. And my next question with you is that how can AI make humans stronger?
I think it can be, it's just, AI, it's never tired, it's never grouchy, it's never depressed. I think it's always there as a tool that's going to be more fact based. Now, sometimes they're hallucinations, but I think that it's kind of like when I rode in the robot cars. There are these cars in downtown San Francisco called Waymo, and they don't have drivers. And when I got in it the first time, I was freaking out because I was like, what? But when I rode in it the third or fourth time, I was much happier than having a human driver because I knew that driver was never going to be tired or angry or drunk or in any kind of bad mood. So I knew I could depend on it. And I think what we'll get is a dependable, consistent guidance that we need instead of human beings angry or tired or reacting negatively to something. I think we'll get a nice, steady guide to what we need. We'll see. It's an experiment. We'll see how it goes.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing with me. That's really great to hear. So now my next question is that what role should AI play in daily life?
I think what should it play? It should play a role like a map. You know, I mean, when you use a map in your daily life to get where you want to go and to get there in an efficient and effective way. I think AI should be that kind of thing. It should be a tool in our toolkit that can help us, that we can make sure that we do what we need to do when we need to do it, right? It can be everything from as simple as getting centered when you wake up in the morning, maybe doing some guided exercises, maybe listing some priorities, maybe giving you some ideas about how to, I don't know, develop yourself personally and professionally throughout the day, how to learn things more efficiently, more effectively. I mean, how to interact with other people. Like when I go and talk to my friends who don't speak English, aren't native English speakers, use it as the translation tool. You can even wear earphones right now that will real time translate. Wearing glasses that'll automatically identify what you're looking at. You know, all these things are happening. It's changing very fast. But I just think that we need to be prepared because last week I did put on some glasses that changed everything I looked at. It would tell me what it was. I mean, and so if I was a blind person, I could hold something up in front of me and the glasses would identify it. You know, you can imagine a blind person cooking their own dinner, no problem, by holding things in front of them and saying, "What's this? And is this a tomato? And is this a potato?" I think we're just getting started. It's truly stunning what's going to be coming.
Oh wow, that's good to hear your funny story. Thank you so much for sharing with me. So now my next question is that can AI ever replace human empathy?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. AI can replace a lot of things that humans do, you know, like a lot of things over the centuries, right? Whenever automatic saws were created, they replaced those hand saws, right? And so it made it more efficient. And then when factories became more automated, they could manufacture things without humans doing all the work. They replaced it. And when cars were invented, they replaced horses. You know, I think there's a lot of things that AI can do better than a person. For example, one thing I'm really looking forward to is AI augmented medical care. You know, doctors have to remember so much, and so much is changing and being invented in medicine and healthcare. And I heard that when a truly new, effective treatment is discovered for a disease or some illness, it takes over 10 years before all the doctors really know about it and are using it. So I think it's really important that we use AI augmented healthcare to replace purely human medical care. Plus, a lot of people on planet Earth don't even have access to health care. At least they can have access to a doctor's advice, right? It could diagnose them. There's a whole bunch of things that could be done at scale more efficiently, more effectively, and cheaper, affordable. You know, we need to make all this stuff affordable. So I hope that AI will replace all the jobs humans don't really want to do because they're boring or dangerous or not fun or interesting. and then humans could focusing on the jobs that require human intelligence and human interaction. We'll see. I don't know. It's going to be a wild, crazy time. But I'm looking forward to it.
That's really great to hear. Thank you so much for sharing with me. So now my next question with you is that do you balance technology and humanity?
Technology and humanity?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, of course. Well, we're humans. So what else? What other choice do we have? I mean, we always will be human, I hope. I don't plan on getting my brain removed and replaced with a robot brain. So I think we have to always understand that we are human beings and we are dealing with human beings, and so we need to bring the humanity to our interactions. But we don't need a human being to design a circuit chip. You know, I mean, let the computer do it. I mean, that's going to be more efficient, more effective. Let the human being check and make sure if it's right, make sure if it serves the purpose. But I think if we get too worried about AI, re, you know, replacing us, it's like no, there are of course things that human beings must bring to the table, like humanity. Right? I totally agree. Uh, cool. Yeah, yeah. What do you think? I'm curious about what you think about it all.
Yeah, I don't think more about it. And like I think more about technology and I work on it. So thank you so much. Now my next question is that what skills make humans unique for AI?
What skills make humans unique? Huh, that's interesting. Let's see.
Unique
What's
from AI.
unique from AI? Well, I'm right now. I'm only thinking of the bad ones. I'm only thinking of the negative things. Oh gosh. Um. Yeah, that's really interesting question. Because when I think about what makes humans unique, the first thing I think about is the negative aspects. Oh my gosh, sorry. Like about how they aren't able to always be patient with somebody and they aren't always able to be at their best when they get upset. So let's see. I guess feeling emotions, right? Being able to feel emotions and empathize with emotions in other people. I think that might be the things that human beings are best at, right? To empathize and connect with others, and to understand what's going on with them in their heart and soul. Huh.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing with me. And now my next question with you is that why do you believe humans should stay in control of AI?
I think it's possible that some bad things could happen. It's just like it's just like everything, if we have evil people getting this tool, they can do evil things with it. And I mean, it's been shown all the time that people can always misuse everything, right? A hammer can be used to build a house, or a hammer can be used to kill somebody.
Yeah,
It's really important that we understand this is a tool and we need to use the tool properly. I mean, I feel really a little bit concerned because in the US, we can't even get people to do any kind of gun regulation. So I'm like, I mean, children in schools are sometimes killed by guns. and we can't get people to regulate guns with such a known threat. And AI could be misused to create a lot of harm. And I hope that there will be proper controls in place. But quite honestly, since we can't even get people to do, controls on guns, then what gives me any hope at all that we can get people to control AI? I don't know. I'm waiting to see, but I don't trust I don't trust the governments of the world to regulate it. So I hope that the corporations of the world will.
Okay, thank you so much. That's really great. And now
Uh,
my next question with you is that how can AI improve human decisions making?
oh yeah, well I think the problem that most people have with decisions, it's called rush to solution. And it is well known as a difficulty in the world that as soon as there's a problem or a challenge, the first instinct is to just start trying to solve it and figure out how to do it. But that creates a suboptimal solution. If you could ask AI, it could say, well, first, why do you want to do this? What's the purpose? And then who are the people that will be benefiting from this? Who will be impacted? Who will be included? Who are your stakeholders? And then what exactly is success through the eyes of the various stakeholders, not only you? And what are the measures of that success? And what could go wrong? What are some of the risks and risk mitigation? So, where a human being tends to say, how should I do this? An AI supporting the process would ask, big why, big who, big what, and measures of success, big why not, risk mitigation, and then generate options of how to do things and then choose, not just doing them right away, right? So it's really important to understand that this could be a real big breakthrough in more efficient, more effective action instead of just rushing to solution. That's my number one issue when I deal with teams in the corporate world is they want to start doing stuff before they know why, who, what, and measures of success and no risk mitigation.
Oh wow, that's really great. Thank you so much for sharing with me. And now my next question with you is that should I always work alongside women?
Can you repeat it? There was some noise in the background I couldn't hear. Hello?
Yeah, okay, that's great. Uh, Let me repeat.
Okay.
My question was that should AI always work alongside humans?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I think there's a lot of applications that it doesn't need to work alongside of humans. I mean, people don't understand, but AI has been in use for over 10 years. And there's a lot of places it's been used that can be very helpful. Like, for example, recently, one of my friends, his car was stolen. And it was about 2 weeks later that the cameras that were tracking license plates going through this one town nearby picked up his license plate. And of course, AI is automatically analyzing the license plates and seeing if any of them are reported to be stolen or in an accident or in some kind of legal trouble. And the police were able to call him and say, hey, we found your car. I mean, it was always monitoring out there, looking, watching for cars going by on all these, hundreds of roads and analyzing all that data. We didn't need a human to be there. So I think there's a lot of situations where uh, AI does not need to work alongside of a human. It can work by itself because there's a lot of things that is really just boring, routine stuff human beings don't need to be involved in. Let human beings work on things that require creativity and humanity and human thought. That's just my thoughts.
Okay, okay, thank you so much for sharing with me. My next question is that what dangers come from humans depending too much on AI?
Uh, well, I've been told that it can reduce their strategic thinking and logical thinking. It reduce their ability to think for themselves in a creative way. I'm not sure if that's true because I haven't experienced that. I've found that if I want to get good results from AI, I have to think very carefully about why am I using it and who am I trying to benefit and what exactly is success for what I'm using it for and the measures of success. Then I have to create a really carefully crafted prompt. Sometimes the prompt is, 2 or 300 words, very long. So my experience is that it's requires a lot of thought and creativity and the ability to use AI properly. But I've been told, hey, if you're a young person and you've never had to do challenging things and you just start using AI right away, that maybe you never develop critical thinking skills. I don't know. I would hope that there are ways that AI could help develop critical thinking skills in young people, but I'm not an expert in that area.
Thank you so much for sharing with me. And now my next question with you is that why is Silicon when yeah, my question is that why is Silicon Valley called the hub of innovation?
Oh, Silicon Valley is an amazing place. First of all, it's very diverse. Over half the people who live here don't speak English at home, and it's very well educated. Over 60% of people who live here have a college education, 10 or 20% have a master's degree or above. This is triple the average in the US, for example. And there are wonderful schools here like UC Berkeley and you see San Jose State University, Santa Clara University, and all kinds of one, and Stanford, of course. And then so many innovators have started here, like Apple and Facebook and Google. And then there's so many people with money, like angel investors and venture capitalists, willing to invest their money, and their risk tolerance is high compared to some parts of the world. So here we have this concentration of super smart, well educated people, very diverse global people, and there's enough money and risk taking environment that it's like, hey, it's no problem if there's a failure, right? We build Facebook on the place that used to be called another Silicon Graphics, right? So failure is looked at differently here. It's considered a prototype, an experiment. So it's a really different kind of place than I have ever lived or experienced. It's a beautiful place for innovation because you don't have to be afraid to take risks. You don't have to be afraid to make mistakes. You can learn from mistakes and you can fail forward and you can call it a prototype. I mean, I tell people, we don't call it a mistake here. We don't call it a failure here. We call it a prototype. Okay.
Wow, that's an amazing thing. Thank you so much. So my next question with you is that what makes Silicon Valley special for grow, teach and grow?
Special for what? What was the last words you said?
Special for special for teach and growth.
I don't understand what you're saying. Special for something. Special for each and
Special
do.
for teach and growth.
You have to type it in the chat. I can't understand what that means. Sorry.
I'm saying special for teach and growth.
like I said, I can't understand what you're saying. So something for each and growth, or something for teach and growth. I can't understand it. I'm so sorry. So if you want to put it in the chat, you
Yeah,
can.
that is teach and growth.
Sorry, I don't understand what you mean. I can't understand each and growth, teach and growth. I don't understand. So so sorry. I can't understand what words you're saying, or I don't understand what it means. But that happens. Don't worry about it. We just keep going.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I don't understand the words you're saying. So if
Yeah,
you
so now listen. I'm saying that what makes Silicon Valley special for teach and growth?
see those last two words, each and go, I don't know what it means. I can't.
Teach,
Can you
listen,
please type it in the chat? Could you please put it in the chat?
I
I
can't
can't
see chat.
understand what it means. Each, okay. I
I
don't know what
can't
it means,
see.
each and go. So sorry.
Wait, let me message you chat on Facebook.
Okay.
You
All
can
right.
see there.
Ah, anything else?
Can
Tech
you
and
see my
growth.
message on?
It
Yeah,
says tech and growth. I don't understand what growth means. Oh, okay, growth. Tech and growth. Um, so what makes Silicon Valley so special is just like a concentration of a lot of skilled people, a lot of highly educated people, a lot of technology companies all in the same place. It creates an ecosystem where it allows things to happen more quickly. It's also much more accepted. Technology is more accepted, and early adopters are here. Early adopters meaning people see new technology, they're not afraid of it. They just say, sure, why not? Let's try it. And that's the kind of thing that makes Silicon Valley a special place for technology and for growth. As far as growth, if you mean growth of the companies, yeah, the companies here can grow because they can attract the money they need from investors. They can attract the workers. So that's the kind of growth. Or if you talk about human potential, human growth, it's like you have a chance to learn from amazingly smart people here, and it's pretty amazing how brilliant the people here are. I've got so many brilliant friends that have taught me so much, mentors, coaches. It's stunning. You just, I mean, I met the person who invented the computer mouse. I met one of the founders of Apple. It's just amazing what kind of people you can be in their orbit in this Silicon Valley.
yeah. Now can you share an advice to our viewers?
Yeah, my advice is keep learning, keep growing, keep exploring, keep asking what's possible, keep asking what seems impossible, but if it were possible, would transform your life, your family, your community, our world for the better. Keep thinking beyond borders and boundaries. Keep thinking that, we're all one people, one planet, and looking for how we can share this planet and keep each other happy, healthy, safe, and well. There is plenty of everything we want and need on this planet to make everybody's life happy, healthy, safe, and well, but it's not distributed in an efficient, effective way. I look forward to a day when every single person on planet Earth has plenty of decent food and clean water, a safe place to live, a wonderful education, supportive community members, and a clear commitment to creating one people, one planet together here on planet Earth for this crazy journey around the sun. Keep going. Don't give up hope.
Thank you so much. And can you give any feedback that how
Yeah.
sorry,
Okay.
so I'm asking that can you give any feedback that how did you love the interview or like this?
Oh, well, it's so interesting for me to be able to talk with somebody from around the world. It's a great honor. It helps me feel more connected to planet Earth. The internet connection is not great, apparently, and there's a lot of noise in the background, and a lot of times your voice is cutting out, so I can't hear what you're saying. And I wish we had closed captions so that I would be able to see what you're saying easier. Yeah, because Zoom has closed captions so that you can always see what's being said. So, yeah, well, the tools will get better and we will have a better experience in the future.
Thank you so much. I really love it and thank you so much. We'll see you again in another interview. Love is everyone. Love is Kimberly.